Kim Kardashian walked into Jeff Bezos' $40 million wedding, thinking she was about to have a moment. Dressed to perfection, ready to turn heads, and fully expecting to revive her PR magic with a subtle yet powerful public appearance. But what happened next didn't just shake her, it cracked the very image she spent decades perfecting. This wasn't just a wedding, it was a wake-up call. And the trigger? Sydney Sweeney. Let's unpack the night Kim Kardashian realized she was no longer the moment. From queen bee to background noise. Kim had the formula down. She'd studied the guest list, knew who'd be there, had her angles ready, and most of all, she had one mission: reignite her storyline with Tom Brady. The two had been quietly linked in the press since 2023. Nothing official, but enough breadcrumbs to keep the media on edge. This wedding, hosted by none other than Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez, was supposed to be their soft launch. Except, someone else was in the spotlight. Sydney Sweeney, young, blonde, fresh, laughing like she owned the air around her. And somehow, all eyes, including Tom's, were locked on her. Kim, barely acknowledged. Not by Tom. Not by Orlando Bloom. Not even by the cameras. The Brady breakdown? You could feel the tension in the photos. Tom and Sydney leaning in, laughing, dancing, reportedly still together on the dance floor at 2 a.m. Meanwhile, Kim was caught hovering, trying to insert herself into conversations that didn't pause for her. Whispers say she tried to engage Tom a few times, but each attempt was politely brushed aside. This wasn't just a miss, it was a misfire. Kim's worst fear wasn't being embarrassed, it was being irrelevant. PR panic mode activated. Right after the wedding, Kim pulled her classic damage control move, product drop. Enter the Skims surgical face mask, retailing at $50. Marketed as some revolutionary skin tightening solution. But to the internet, it looked like a CVS clearance item wrapped in a mummy costume. People weren't buying the mask or the distraction. Fans were quick to point out the timing. Just like when she dropped the nipple bra during the Balenciaga backlash. This was textbook Kardashian PR gymnastics. But this time, the distraction didn't work. The spotlight didn't swing back to Kim. The Sydney factor. Sydney wasn't just there, she was magnetic. Orlando Bloom, another man who had been quietly rumored with Kim, was seen chatting her up too. Laughing, engaged, captivated. And Sydney, she wasn't trying. She wasn't campaigning for attention, she just had it. For Kim, this wasn't about one man or one night. It was a brutal reminder of the generational shift happening all around her. Hollywood was moving forward, and she was stuck watching it. The ultimate betrayal, Bezos' business snub. Kim's relationship with Jeff Bezos wasn't just social, it was strategic. She'd been working Bezos and Sanchez for 2 years. Win them over. Get that Skims Amazon mega deal. Lock in the empire expansion. Instead, Bezos turns around and drops $1 billion investment into a competing lingerie brand. And guess who's rumored to be the face of it? Sydney Sweeney. The betrayal was surgical? Kim had been playing chess. Bezos played her like checkers. And the worst part? The playbook he used, prop up a small player, study them, then replace them, was one Kim herself had been accused of doing to indie designers for years. Now the tables were turning. Tom's cold shoulder and Kim's public rejection. Behind the scenes, sources say Kim had been quietly clinging to Tom, flirting through interviews, strategically placed paparazzi photos, planting stories of quiet romance in friendly outlets. But Tom wasn't playing along. Insiders claim he'd literally told her, "Don't hold my hand in public." That's ice cold. Even worse, the roast. Kim attended Tom Brady's televised roast expecting to be treated like royalty. Instead, she became the punchline. Ho, 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 jokes flew. Tom laughed. He didn't defend her. He didn't flinch. He let it ride. She made sure those parts were cut from re-airings, but the damage? Already done. The cracks in the Kardashian empire. This isn't just about one wedding or one man. It's about legacy. Kim built a media machine, one that could spin any scandal into brand gold. But lately, even the Kris Jenner engine can't keep up. Insiders say Kim's engagement stats are dipping, that many of the comments under her posts, all the yas queens and fire emojis, might not be organic, that a significant chunk is allegedly bot-driven. The glow-up looks manufactured, and Kim knows it. She's watching her real-time analytics. She knows what's hitting and what's not. And lately, it's not. The new Hollywood order. Sydney Sweeney isn't a one-off. She represents the shift. Gen Z stars, natural charisma, unfiltered energy, and brands, they're cashing in. The same luxury labels that once begged Kim for placement are now chasing TikTok, darlings, and HBO bombshells. Even Kim's own circle is changing. Friends who once worshipped her are now snapping selfies with Sydney and Sofia Vergara like the torch had already passed. And Kim? She sees it all. She's unfollowing, quietly cutting ties, calling in her PR army. But the headlines aren't stopping. Her last shot at a comeback. Kim's not the type to fade quietly. Behind the scenes, sources say she's rebuilding. New stylists, new publicist, new love interests. Think billionaire bachelors, NFL stars, chart-topping rappers. A fresh face, a sharper show. A solo spin-off that ditches the sisters and reclaims the narrative. She wants to erase this entire chapter. The wedding, the rejection, the roast. She wants a new era. One where she controls every shot, every storyline, every whisper. But Hollywood isn't waiting. Kim versus Sydney, a silent war. Now here's the kicker. Sydney never even claimed the spotlight. She didn't chase Tom, didn't leak any stories, didn't post cryptic quotes. She just showed up, and Hollywood handed her everything Kim thought she still had. Tom, reportedly mesmerized, dancing with her, laughing at the bar, walking through Venice like a scene from a romantic comedy. And Kim, not in the frame, not even close. A queen without a crown. The scariest part for Kim, it's not being mocked, it's being ignored, being replaced. From fashion shows to fragrance campaigns to Forbes lists, the world is moving on. And even worse, the world is whispering. Behind gated estates and velvet ropes, they're giggling behind tinted sunglasses. Saying what no one dares say aloud, Kim's reign is ending. The crown slips quietly. Jeff Bezos' wedding was supposed to be Kim's comeback. A public power move, a fairy tale rewrite. Instead, it exposed everything she didn't want us to see. A fading spotlight? A Hollywood that no longer bends for her? A generation of stars who don't fear her? Kim's not just navigating heartbreak. She's battling irrelevance. And for someone who built an empire on being seen, there's no sting quite like being invisible. Pick your side. So what do you think? Are you Team Kim, holding out hope for one last reinvention? Team Sydney, the effortless IT girl who didn't even have to try? Or Team Make It Stop, because Hollywood drama is starting to feel like a loop? Let us know in the comments, and if you live for this kind of tea, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, turn those notifications on, because this is just the beginning.